Hi guys, today we're going to take you through a few of the things that we find really handy for full-time travel. So one of the popular things we seem to talk to people about on the road is just a few little things along the way that have made life a bit easier, or just things you work out along the way that you realise you want to pick up. So we've just done up a little list of a few items that we find life on the road just that little bit easier. So we'll just take you through a few of those and give you an idea of what we like to use. One of the things we've found most handy on the road, and this was sort of before our big trip, just trying to get a bit more organisation in the car. Bags and packing cubes and stuff for specific items. So like these Exped bags here we use for clothes, and we really love them because they don't actually weigh anything on their own. They're real thin material, but they keep clothes or other stuff a lot more organised in the car. And for some reason we find that we can actually stash more stuff into them, just, you know, try and pack smarter, that sort of thing. So we use these for all of our clothes and stuff like that in the back. We also use canvas bags and stuff to organise our tools and sort of tent pegs and little items like that in the car. The main reason for that is just if you do want something either at camp or on the side of the road, like tools or whatever, you sort of have a lot better idea of where you're going for and where you've stashed stuff. It can be a bit difficult if you just have a full drawer of loose stuff, and gets to be a bit of a pain. So we try and organise as much as we can into specific bags and sections. The next thing that I sort of underestimated just how much we would need is our water fittings, connections and stuff like that. So it's always good to get a few of these water tap fittings and make sure they're the ones with the small and the large fitting, because you'll always come across different size taps. We've shown before we carry a Silcock key as well, which is the little tamper tap key. So if you do come across a water source but there's no handle on the tap, you can still access it. Probably the biggest thing apart from these that we found we wanted straight away was we had a long hose, but it was a pain to always get it out, and you always end up with water left in there. So we just went to Bunnings and grabbed a little 2 metre length of hose, and this has just been perfect for roadside taps and fill points and stuff, because as long as you pull up close enough, obviously this is so quick and easy to grab. I normally just have this under my seat, pull up, clip it on, and off you go. That being said, along with the hose, just the addition of our gravity fed water tank at the back has been really handy. We do have the big one in the car which runs through a 12-volt pump, but 9 times out of 10 we're using the gravity fed on the back. It's just simple, it's quick, easy, and ready to go. Another item that I wouldn't leave home without now is one of these jump starter packs. We've got jumper leads as well if we do have another vehicle with us, but the best thing about these is you don't need anyone else. And there has been times when our main battery was getting pretty worn out that we really relied on this. They're really handy too. This one here's the Noco Genius Boost. It's more than enough, even on low battery charge, to jump start the 4.2 diesel. So obviously just make sure the one you get's rated to your engine size and that, but they charge up off 12 volts, so once we've jumped the car we can just charge it as we're driving. They work basically as a battery bank type of thing with a lithium battery, so you can have your 12 volt power out, so you can charge your phones and stuff like that off this as well. Doesn't take up much room or space, and that's another thing I just have under the driver's seat just in case. The next one's probably just for people with pets like dogs on the road, but a couple of things we found really handy is we keep Scout's food in one of these dry bags with just a roll top lid. It's just easy, you don't get moisture in there, you don't get any of the smell of dog biscuits and stuff like that, and it's just an easy way. Get a new bag from Woolies, throw it in there, roll it up, and off we go. The other thing is a few of these collapsible dog bowls, just for food and water for them. Just makes it easy, and when you're going down the road it's less space taken up in the car. Another big one that we use almost every day, if not every other day, is a scrubber bag. We've just got a new one here. We've done videos on these before, and we'll do a proper review on this. It's just nice and easy to keep on top of your washing, rather than end up with a huge load of laundry to do and have to go sit in a laundromat for a few hours while you wash and dry and stuff like that. You just, every day, every second day, you do t-shirts and undies and that sort of stuff in these, and it's just so much easier. We wouldn't go on another trip without one of these, an extended trip where you're going to be doing washing anyway. One that we've talked about a few times before in other videos is our Jetboil setup. So we like these for the obvious reasons. It saves setting up your gas, like your big gas cylinders, running a hose to your cooktop, getting a pan out, all that sort of stuff. It's all contained in this one cup. You can have your little propane cylinder in here. It's got the feet, it's got a pot stand. You can, like we've cooked the dehydrated meals and stuff in this. It saves gas, it saves space and time. It's just quick and easy. Even if you only wanted this just for coffees in the morning or as you're going down the road, these are well worth it. They just save getting all your cooking gear out just to boil some water and stuff. And you can cook meals in them. I think you can buy actual pot attachments and stuff like that, but that's a real handy one we've found on the road. So another one that's a big space saver is your pot set. So we use a GSI stacking pot set in our setup, and in here you've got like 2 different size saucepans, a fry pan, the handle, lids to keep the heat in and stuff like that. So just for that much room in the car, you've got enough to cook a few different meals. The other benefit to these is weight. They normally make them out of lighter weight steel or alloy, because these are quite popular with like hiking setup. We've found a lot of stuff from that's sort of targeted more at hikers works really well in our setup, because it's normally quicker, easier, lighter and more compact. So if you can start saving some space and weight with a few things like this, it really adds up at the end of the day. The last thing we put on the list is a pretty obvious one. We always use our HEMA navigator in the car, but we always like having just paper maps. It is good just to track your trip and, you know, sort of remember down the line where you went and what you've done, especially if you're going to go back through an area. You can take different roads, but it is just good in case anything ever happened to the HEMA, you've got these to fall back on. And it's just a good way of sitting down at camp, and you can just put it out on the table and have a look at where you're going, what you want to do, what you want to see, and all that sort of thing. So it definitely pays just to have a few of these. Even if you just got the like Australia map, we got that to start with, and then ended up getting one on every state. Alright guys, so that's just a few things we put together that we find makes life on the road just a little bit easier, and also some of the things we find ourselves using every day. So if you've got any questions on any of these things, just ask us down below and we'll get back to you. Thanks for watching this video guys, we'll see you in our next one.